For me, there's a simple rule in politics. Never ever be surprised by what happens in politics.
The face of truth is open. The eyes of truth are bright. The lips of truth are ever closed. The head of truth is upright. The breast of truth stands forward. The gaze of truth is straight. Truth has neither fear nor doubt. Truth has patience to wait. The words of truth are touching. The voice of truth is deep. The law of truth is simple. All you sow, you reap. The soul of truth is flaming. The heart of truth is warm. The mind of truth is clear and firm through rain and storm. Facts are only its shadow. Truth stands above all sin. Great be the battle of life. Truth in the end shall win. The image of truth is the cross. Wisdom's message is its rod. The sign of truth is Christ, and the soul of truth is God. Life of truth is eternal. Immortal is its past. Power of truth shall endure. Truth shall hold to the last.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living room. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crying in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
The St. Lucia National Trust has been given another reason not to be critical of this administration. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the world's most monitored talk show, and that is NewsSpin on Power 97.9 FM. The broadcast is also on the NewsSpin Facebook page as well as the NewsSpin YouTube channel. My name is Timothy Poleon. The broadcast goes up until 2 o'clock this afternoon. I'll be hearing from you in a bit at 452-2979, 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, and that is 716-2026. Amanda King will be going through some of your comments in the chat room. First, it's very urgent. Nicole David, well-known St. Lucian soca artist, is in need of blood. Well-known St. Lucian soca artist Nicole David is in urgent need of blood, and donations can be made at the OKEU Hospital. Make a donation in her name, and the blood is needed by 2 o'clock this afternoon. Once again, an urgent notice. Please donate blood to Nicole David, well-known St. Lucian soca artist, and donations can be made at the OKEU Hospital. Make a donation in her name. Blood needed by 2 p.m. today, and that is Wednesday, October 23rd of 2024. Here's hoping that the response will be favorable as we seek to ensure that she undergoes a speedy recovery. Well known for a number of tracks, including Outrageous Wine and Queen. So our thoughts and prayer ought to be with the well-known soca artist, and that is Nicole David. So healthcare continues to be very much an issue in St. Lucia, and all the reason why we ought to give serious consideration to ensuring that our health institutions are well equipped and also well manned. And that is something that we've been taking for granted for far too long. When governments after government will say that this is the problem that we inherited, the high bills left or huge bills left at various health institutions, and those have to be serviced. If not, your suppliers of various pharmaceuticals and other services will not continue to provide those services to you. So definitely that needs to be taken seriously. And where there is neglect, particularly where our healthcare is concerned, the resultant effect will be people dying needlessly. Okay, there are instances when so many people have lost their lives in St. Lucia when it could have been spared if not for neglect, if not for a serious dereliction of duty on the part of the powers that be. And they're always passing the buck. So right now, this administration will tell you that they're inheriting the problems of the previous administration. Isn't the previous administration well placed to also say that what we got, in terms of the poor state of healthcare in St. Lucia is as a result of what was handed to us by the previous administration? So it's all about continuation of governance. And what we want in this country, instead of pettiness and all the palaver that you're hearing, we need the politicians, the powers that be, those who are in authority, to take responsibility for the huge task that is before them. The mandate that was given to them, whether in terms of what they have to fulfill or whether in terms of the kind of majority that they would be enjoying in the parliament of this country. Whatever era, when you're given a position, you need to take it seriously, whether it's Minister of Health, Minister of Agriculture, etc. Because if you fail to take your job seriously, there are long-term implications and immediate implications as well, as we are experiencing in this country as far as healthcare is concerned. And so this letter was written to the authorities, and the complaint was coming from members of the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association. It was not coming from any political operative of any political party in St. Lucia. And I find it strange that one set of ministers will be saying one thing and another set of ministers will be saying something totally different with regard to that famous or infamous letter that emanated out of the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association. So let's listen to the health minister. And the health minister is saying, we don't call professionals name, and referring there to medical doctors in St. Lucia. And remember, it was just a few months ago that a certain doctor was described as a Zelev of the opposition. Let's listen to Health Minister Moses Jean-Baptiste.
Anytime professionals leave your establishment, you have to reflect and you have to understand why they have left. Some of them have given us the reasons. In a number of cases, they have repeated some long-standing concerns about the management of the hospital, and we are taking all of this on board. We certainly always cherish the expertise of the staff and the professional staff at our hospitals, at our health centers, and in all our medical facilities. We are not a government to fight with professionals or a government to call professionals names. We want to ensure that we benefit from the experiences of those professionals.
Health Minister Moses Jean-Baptiste speaking to reporters outside the island's parliament yesterday. Don't call professionals names. We don't. So let us hear from the MP for Castries Central and Housing Minister, because he is reacting to an earlier comment that was made in the parliament by the leader of the opposition when he referenced that same St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association letter. And let's listen to what Mr. Frederick had to say about the author of that letter. Now, he did not say directly, because I know at some point he will say that he'll remind St. Lucian public that he's an attorney. But by inference, one can readily concur that he's making reference to the president of the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association.
Mr. Speaker, he spoke about health care being the worst. And this, here is substantiation. A letter written by an author who invariably, you see sometimes, Mr. Speaker, what they do, they take the cap of a supporter, place it on the heart, on the heads with professionalism, and then say they speak as a professional. So they are supporters of the party, but walking or parading as professionals. Mr. Speaker, he spoke about health care being the worst. And this, here is substantiation. A letter written by an author who invariably, you see sometimes, Mr. Speaker, what they do, they take the cap of a supporter, place it on the heart, on the heads with professionalism, and then say they speak as a professional. So they are supporters of the party, but walking or parading as professionals.
Is that what he's saying about the head of the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association? She is pretending to be a professional because wearing the cap of the president of that organization, but then she is a supporter of the United Workers' Party. Now, as the audience, you have to be very discerning, or even more discerning if you aren't, because somehow it seems there are two elements operating within the government of the St. Lucia Labour Party, always taking two postures and two positions. So one is saying, I mean, you know, we don't call the professionals' name. The professionals in the health sector, we don't call them names. And on the other hand, another individual is doing the politicking of calling names. So one is trying to be extremely professional, extremely above board, so that you out there who might be incensed by politicians calling professionals names, and then on the other hand, you have another individual who is now appealing to the SLP base, to the SLP hacks. So there, something psychological. And somehow they're trying to strike a balance, appealing to the hacks and appealing to right-thinking St. Lucians. You be the judge of this. The St. Lucia National Trust. The previous administration decided it would end the subvention, $700,000 on an annual basis, to the St. Lucia National Trust. This ended in 2018. And the mandate of the trust is to take care of the island's built cultural, historic, and natural heritage. So sometimes, you know, governments in their haste to record economic gain, it certainly would sometimes sacrifice the nation's heritage. Historic buildings and sites and the beaches and things of that nature. So the St. Lucia National Trust is there to serve as a buffer, to be sensible, to engage government so that we could strike a balance. The St. Lucia Labour Party, when it got back into office in 2021, decided that it would reinstate that subvention of $700,000. And the argument has been, on the part of the previous administration, is that with whatever assets the disposal of the St. Lucia National Trust, it can be better utilized so that that entity can be able to sustain itself and not rely on central government. Now, you might buy into this or you might be against it. But I believe that the St. Lucia National Trust ought to do more so that it can take care of itself. And if you do not depend on central government, you have a greater level of independence. We all know what has happened to St. Lucia in days of yore, when the banana farmers of this country were relying on basically one market. And what happened when the U.S., through Chiquita, etc., managed to take from us the preferential treatment, or wrestled the preferential treatment that we were getting on the European market through the World Trade Organization, saying that it was unfair, etc. But we were relying on preferential treatment because that is what we like to do in those small territories. We always say we're small, we are vulnerable, there isn't a level playing field, we ask for all kind of reforms, etc. Yes, I agree. But if there's over-reliance, especially in small territories like St. Lucia, what would happen very often, and to use the favorite word of the MP for Castro Central, invariably, we become complacent and we depend on various entities and institutions and countries for handouts. Could it be that is what the St. Lucia National Trust is engaging in, whether it is under a SLP administration or a UWP government? But the St. Lucia National Trust, which has been palpably quiet, particularly since this administration got into office. There's been so many issues. And you've heard me speak on those matters on NewsSpin over the last 3 years or so. I mean, you had the GPH handing over our ports to GPH, and not a word, not a whimper, absolutely nothing from the St. Lucia National Trust. One way or the other, just say something so that whatever you say could be placed on the record. There's been a deafening silence. For that, the St. Lucia National Trust has to be rewarded. And it runs to the government and it seeks a VAT waiver. So the Prime Minister and Minister of Finance went to Parliament yesterday and amended our VAT laws so that the St. Lucia National Trust can get a waiver. So if you're well positioned, if you're well established, you get a break from the 2.5%, or you get a break as well from VAT. What do you think will happen to the St. Lucia National Trust during the reign of this administration in particular? There'll be various abuses. If there's any level of abuse on the part of this government that warrants the intervention of the National Trust, because basically, let's be honest, it has lost its independence, don't expect the St. Lucia National Trust to come forward and fulfill its mandate. And that is to take care of the island's built cultural, historic, and natural heritage. So here is the Prime Minister of this country, Minister of Finance, in Parliament, speaking on this VAT waiver, which has been granted to the St. Lucia National Trust.
Mr. Speaker, I would not like to go into the history of how the National Trust has been treated. And we want the National Trust to be able to operate in an environment free of fear and free from fear, but they also want the National Trust to be cognizant of the situation in the country. So we need them to have dialogue with the government, have dialogue with stakeholders, so that we can come to a gentle balance, a balance that will normally end in a win-win situation. The National Trust asks to assist in the cash flow by making them VAT exempt. And we agreed, Mr. Speaker.
You just heard there from the island's Prime Minister and Minister with responsibility for finance, Mr. Philip J. Pierre. It's a good time to hear from you at 452-2979, 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, 716-2026. And Amanda, I guess you have some comments you have extracted from the chat room, and maybe you could go through them right now.
Yes, team, I do. Good afternoon, NewsSpinners. Team, in the chat room, someone says, last time I went to donate blood at OKEU, they said they had no bag to store the blood. Another comment, oh my, hope she gets through ASAP. Prayers to her getting well. Another comment, Timothy, a donor's blood has to be compatible to Nicole's. Your blood must match. Her relatives are her best donors. Another comment, Tim, they all inherit what is left behind. Where is the 2.5% tax for health and security they're collecting from us? Another comment, man, just tell us what you're going to do for the health crisis in St. Lucia. Another comment, Team for Labour St. Lucia was discovered in 2016 and UWP inherited a perfect country. In response to this, someone said, what if they had gotten the country with no debt, no problems, and millions of dollars in treasury?
Let's take a pin there. We have a call online. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air. Good afternoon to you, caller. Good afternoon.
Tim, good day.
Good afternoon
Good day,
to you.
Tim. How are you doing?
I'm okay. How about you?
Good day, good day. I'm good. Tim, it's my lucky day, man. For sure.
Everybody.
Tim, I will comment on the National Trust in a while. I'll also comment on the statement made by two contrary statements. One by the Minister of Health and in Parliament by our boss, the bossman himself. I will comment on that just now. But my main issue I call for, Tim, is Tim, the work going on Chaussee Road, Wasco, nationwide, that collaboration there. For the past month, I read initially, Tim, that work was scheduled to be done during the night. I don't know if you saw that from the ministry.
Yes.
A month ago. Tim, since that work have started, they have not worked during the night for more than a week, I believe. But last night in particular, in fact, from yesterday afternoon, Tim, it will take you 1 hour across town, if you're moving from the southern direction to a northerly direction. 1 hour to go past Chisel Street into Calvary Road. I had cause to call the police last night to make a complaint on my way up north. That was minutes to 4 p.m. And on my way back, about 6 p.m., Tim, from Leclerc supermarket to the Chaussee, it took me more than an hour, Tim. Because apparently that work done by Wasco and nationwide, there is absolutely no monitoring of that work by the police, nothing whatsoever, Tim. So Wasco is digging the road, placing barriers, and what I know of Tim, is that the police is in charge of putting barriers and erecting signs for any construction going on any road. Not the construction company and not Wasco. Tim, I know that well because during my tenure in the force, Wasco would be given a timeline to do roadworks. Not before 8 in the morning, not past 3:30 in the afternoon. But nowadays, there is no order, team. People are doing what they want nationwide. In the absence of Wasco, nationwide people are doing what they want on the road. There is no coordination. And it came to a head last night when I saw persons stranded in the city. Buses go, Tim, in 1 hour, you're not moving 20 feet, in traffic. I was not surprised when I saw later some guys on Chaussee Road, I believe, just took old fridges and they blocked the road. I don't know if you saw that video.
I saw the video, but I have not been able to confirm whether that was some form of protest or whether the guys just decided that, they would just be strolling along the road or just relaxing in that section of the road. I don't know what it was.
Tim, that is what you get when you get nobody is in charge. Everybody does what they want. So the frustration got so tense, Tim, that the guys feel if Wasco can do that and nobody's complaining, the police is not even coming around. I am generally there to support the police, but you see on that case, because I made the call very early, minutes to 4, I tell you, I made the call. And I was present minutes to 7 to see that the police had not even attended that area, visited that area.
Well, this is a disaster caller because traffic is normally backed up all the way to the north of the island, since that particular undertaking, especially during the busy hours, when people are heading homes and so on.
Yes, so I want the police to hear. And especially, I want them to know I am the one calling. Because unlike other times when I always support the police, I want the police to know that I am putting them under the train, not even under the bus, under the train this afternoon. Because they are not handling the business of the country well when it comes to traffic management. Secondly, Tim, let me go on to Richard Frederick's statement. Tim, Richard Frederick must learn to have manners, Now he's not calling the person the Dr. Azelev. He's calling a professional wearing a particular hat. So she was handpicked as a politician because she's a doctor, but she has a second hat as a politician. And the man makes those stupid, nonsensical statements on his show. He does it in public. He does it in the House of Parliament. Because there's nobody sanctioning this man. This man is a raging bull. Now you have poor job. I thought the Minister of Health was on vacation, Mr. Jean-Baptiste. Now he's coming to powder something up. But on the other hand, you're in Richard Frederick coming and talk some more nonsense as usual. Thirdly, Tim, National Trust. National Trust. Do you know who received or who's the head of president of National Trust now, Tim?
I think the officer in charge is what? Mrs. Antoine Compton Antoine? I don't know who is the chairman of the board of the trust. Because you hardly hear from the St. Lucia National Trust. So you cannot put a face or a name to those people who are spearheading the organization. Because they're not commenting on anything. Nothing at all.
Let me tell you, sometimes I tell you when I call your program, I know the answer of most of what I'm asking you, but I want you to say it so that your audience can be, because you have a lot of people listening to your show and the foolish comments they write in the chat room. It disgusts you even more, if you go back and listen to it. But the National Trust have to be ashamed of themselves, You used to hear words like patrimony and nobody has a name calling those people, Washed up revolutionaries. Yeah, that's what the name Norbert Williams created for them. Those washed up revolutionaries, when they cap with a star on it, and they're talking a lot of nonsense, and they are members of the National Trust. All of a sudden, they have disappeared from the landscape. Pots are selling, or listen. You have the demolition of the court. You have barricading all over the place. The place is dark. The place is unsafe. There are no proper walking space for people all over the city. And you have nothing from the National Trust. They are receiving their subventions. You see no new work going on. Those people, tomorrow you will let them starting to resurface. As election years, you will start to see them coming out. Those washed up revolutionaries. And by then, people are going to challenge them because they will tell them, keep quiet, like you all have done for the last 3 years. Stay in your bed, sleep, and just keep quiet. Thank you very much, Tim.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Still to come, obsession with size. This is the most monitored talk show in the world, NewsSpin.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
Lazarus's Funeral Home is here for you. Lazarus's Private Cemetery offers a peaceful resting place for your loved ones. With tranquil settings, visitation, and reflection, we believe in the compassionate care of all our departed loved ones. Lazarus's Private Cemetery, let us help you create a final resting place. Make it special. Make it Lazarus's Funeral Home, your friend in a time of need. Payment plans are available for tombs. Call us in Vidbuta at 452-7491 or in New Dock Road, VA4, 454-6555.
Lucilex Customer Service Office in Castries is now opened for business, but we've moved. We're now located on Daisy Avenue in Sanssouci on the ground floor of the new Carilac building. We're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Check out our online options first. But if you do need to come in to see us, we'll be pleased to serve you with new connections, bill queries, payments, and other service requests. Lucilex Sanssouci office, ground floor of the Carilac building. New location, same great service.
St. Lucia, get ready for the ultimate flavor explosion at KFC. Introducing the new bacon melt sandwich. That's right, the crispy, juicy KFC chicken you love, topped with melted cheese, crispy bacon, and your choice of mayo or barbecue sauce, all nestled in a soft sesame seed bun.
Your taste buds ready, come and try KFC's new bacon melt sandwich is great, no lie. Crispy chicken, bacon, cheese flavor certified with mayo or barbecue. Anyone you must try. For just $25, get this combo deal. Fries and a drink, it's a steal. Head to KFC, cause you don't wanna miss a bacon melt sandwich, have it on your list.
Available at all KFC locations island-wide. WhatsApp 484-0400 or visit kfcslu.com for delivery and more.
And you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
Flow FastPay. 2 minutes and you're on.
Flow is keeping you connected.
It is well known by all St. Lucian professional tradesmen and even homeowners that European-made tools are the best. Well, guess what? Europa Hardware is having a massive promotion on the Metabo brand of power tools. From impact drills to angle grinders, jigsaws to rotary hammers, sanders and hot air guns, all at unbeatable, jaw-dropping prices. Don't let your tools let you down. Come to Europa and stay standing with a proud in-the-hand tool from Metabo. Call us at 452-0763 or visit us in Massat Grosile. Europa, we service what we sell.
By popular demand, the promotion continues for one more week. The banks and finance houses will be on site at Beachcomber for just one more week to continue offering great loan deals on our already specially priced vehicles. The banks will be on site to assist you in purchasing your choice of vehicle for one more week from Monday, October 21st to Friday, October 25th. These special prices are only on vehicles in stock. Note, there is only a limited number of vehicles at these special prices, so do not delay visiting Beachcomber. Beachcomber, excellence in motion.
Ministre qui a une responsabilité pour santé a offert un service neuf en bas programme Universal Health Coverage là. Service ça là c'est pour femmes faire test pap smear pour aider à adresser problème cancer en matrice. Service nouveau pap smear ça là plus confortable et plus facile. Nous commander pour toute femme pour l'avantage service ça là et aller en wellness center en Camino pour apprendre plus à sous sa clinique pap smear ça là qu'a offert. Ada une semaine seulement ou ka jwenn résultat l'examen pap smear. Et si mou chwe bagay pas normal, et ben la ni cancer, ou ka trape examiner encore durant une semaine. La ka ni examination pour HPV 16 et HPV 18 qui ça en cause cancer en matrice. Si résultat test la pas normal, ou ka jwenn un appointment vitement pour traitement. Et là, ou ka jwenn plus information à sous maladie et guérison. Nous commandons toute femme pour prendre l'avantage service neuf sala pour adresser problème cancer. Et UHC, santé ou c'est l'enterré nous. Pour plus d'informations, téléphonez 468 5300 et bien 468 5328.
Why travel abroad for an MRI scan when you can access world-class medical technology right here in St. Lucia? At La Clinique de Corps Diagnostic Center of Excellence, we bring cutting-edge technology to your doorstep with our state-of-the-art GE-accredited 1.5 Tesla MRI machine. Our advanced imaging services let you see the unseen, providing crystal-clear scans that deliver unmatched accuracy for a comprehensive look at your health. Save time, save money, prioritize your health. No more costly trips overseas. Get the highest quality MRI scans locally and take control of your health with the option of a second opinion. You deserve that peace of mind. Our skilled specialists are here to guide you every step of the way, whether it's nerve disorders, chronic headaches, spinal injury, or stroke recovery. We offer expert consultation and personalized care all under one roof. And don't miss out on our special discounts. Ask about our reduced rates on MRIs, ultrasounds, and consultations at our convenient locations in Castries and Cocoville, Rodney Bay. Book your appointment today. Call La Clinique de Corps at 451-6559 and experience imaging excellence without leaving the island. Your health deserves the best. Let us help you see it.
Attention homeowners. Are you ready to transform your space this holiday season? Don't miss out on the Tile Gallery Incredible Jingle Tile Sale, happening now through October 31st. For a limited time, save up to 50% off on a stunning selection of tiles only at the Tile Gallery. Whether you're upgrading your kitchen, bathroom, or outdoor, we have the perfect style for you. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Visit us today and elevate your home with beautiful tiles at unbeatable prices at the Jingle Tile Sale. The Tile Gallery is located at MNC Home Depot and Sunrise.
Bonjour, Saint Lucie. Non, moi c'est Eric et moi sorti Taiwan.
Announcing the 17th Annual St. Lucia Taiwan Partnership Trade Show from November 1st to the 3rd.
Moi ka invité où?
Come see the creativity of 65 entrepreneurs from St. Lucia.
Et c'est 65 business.
From Taiwan, 14 businesses that will show the latest tech products and other innovations from Taiwan. Free shuttle service from Baywalk Shopping Mall and back.
Où c'est où? Pas by black.
Yes, free shuttle service. And as usual, there will be lots of fun and entertainment. On Saturday, it's carefree karaoke. And Sunday, a fashion show with Rafferty Inc. and live music from the Impulse Band.
Nous disons pour c'était tous les jours.
It's the 17th annual St. Lucia Taiwan Partnership Trade Show, November 1st to the 3rd at the Pavilion on Rodney Bay.
Dis-moi d'où.
10 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily.
Vini pour nous causer.
At Caribbean Pastouche Limited, we offer high-quality products from Martinique, and our ready mix is made with casting sand, not regular pumice. Compared to regular pumice, casting sand saves you in your cement use. At Caribbean Pastouche Limited, our materials come from porcelain stones, which is used as an additive in creating cement. Caribbean Pastouche Limited is located in Bexon, behind Essential Hardware. Give us a call at 489-0074. We're open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Caribbean Pastouche Limited. Quality construction, our priority.
It's back! The biggest and most exciting football tournament returns. Blackheart 2024. Friday, October 25th to November 16th. 16 teams. Unlimited superific action on Friday, October 25th. Opening night in Sulphur City Super. Blackheart Aquayol. Shune Quayol Weekend. Look, something to talk about. Super Mini Stadium is the place to be. The home of the defending champions. Then on November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, Grosselet comes alive for the new and improved Grosselet Mini Stadium. The action concludes with the grand finals on November 16th. Follow your team and join the excitement. Blackheart Football, the People's Tournament. Nothing better, nothing bigger, nothing sweeter. Who will be crowned 2024 champions? Remember to shoot goals, not bullets.
This is the world's most monitored talk show, and that's NewsSpin on Power 97.9 FM. The broadcast is also on the NewsSpin Facebook page, as well as the NewsSpin YouTube channel. We continue with your calls at 452-2979, 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, and that is 716-2026. And Amanda is monitoring some of your comments in the chat room. Anything to report on?
Yes, Tim, but before I go into the comments, I just want to clarify something you mentioned earlier. So I spoke to the police press office this morning, and they confirmed that indeed it was a roadblock.
And that is on the Chaussee Road?
Yeah, on the Chaussee Road last night.
Mm-hmm.
And the police, the police was patrolling during that time, and by the time they got there, the roadblock was over. So yeah, I just wanted to confirm that.
All right, thanks. Any more comments in the chat room?
comments, someone says, so the SLP supporters are saying, why didn't Mr. Chasney refute what Ernest Healer did in the parliament yesterday concerning the CIP program? Tim, can you please explain again to those people why the opposition could not?
It was the minister's statement, and as we heard from the leader of the opposition, that when the minister is delivering that statement, then the opposition and no one else is given an opportunity to rebut or to refute anything or to make any kind of contribution to that particular statement. So it was a minister's statement that was made yesterday in the island's parliament.
The person also said, also please let them know that this move was tragic by Philippe J. Pierre for the opposition leader not to debate on the CIP, which is called the minister's statement. Another comment, someone says, Tim, we all know that UWP and Chas were the ones that brought Galaxy to St. Lucia. My question is that under whose watch Galaxy brought Ali Khan to St. Lucia? SLP, if you can't answer my question, please keep quiet. Another comment, I support the St. Lucia National Trust and their mission. How when such an organization allows politics and affiliation to political parties to be a distraction against their mission statement, we have a problem. The National Trust letting Another comment, the National Trust are letting all the ruins get more ruined. Just go around the country, ask them to account for the subvention in the annual reports. Another comment, wow, so waiver for the businessman, waiver for the National Trust, and the poor people continue to pay killer 2.5%. That continues to send our people into poverty. In the comment section, someone says, what is the purpose of the St. Lucia National Trust? What do they do all year? Please enlighten me. So they can get a VAT waiver, and we the citizens cannot get a break from the high cost of living. Another comment, someone says, you have to pay to enter the Pigeon Island National Landmark. No, let me try that again. You have to pay to enter the Pigeon Island National Park to use the beach. They increased the price to enter the park a few years ago. What are they doing with that money? And in the chat room, someone says, power is dangerous. It corrupts the best and attracts the worst. Power is only given to those who are prepared to lower themselves to pick it up. Idiotic democracy over intellectual democracy. That's it for me, Tim.
Thank you so much, Amanda King, for that update. Let us hear now from the Investment Minister responsible for the CIP, Dr. Ernest Hilaire. Remember yesterday, we did play that clip of him in Parliament, and we played part of his statement where he was quoting the annual report of the CIP for the period 2022 to 2023.
In my address of June 12, 2024, I provided details of the number of applications received and approvals given, and indicated how many were real estate approvals for Galaxy. Mr. Speaker, I wish to provide an update on these figures. From 1st of August 2021 to 30th August 2024, we have granted 2,873 approvals, of which 1,970 or 69% were real estate for Galaxy. Let me repeat it, Mr. Speaker, because people will say how many, that 14,000 applications have been given and multiplied. From 1st of August 2021, a few days after we came into office, to 30th August 2024, we have granted 2,873 approvals. 2,873 approvals, of which 1,970 or 69% were real estate for Galaxy. So Galaxy has only received 1,970 approvals since we came into office. Contrary to what you have heard in publicized interviews and repeated by the member for Miku South and the UWP, St. Lucia has never approved 14,000 applications. I want to repeat, St. Lucia has never approved 14,000 applications, and there is no $1.4 billion. We have only approved over 1,970 real estate applications for Galaxy. I must also categorically state that contrary to what has been said, Galaxy has never collected $1.2 billion.
The Minister with responsibility for the CIP, Dr. Ernest Hilaire, in the island's Parliament yesterday, delivering the annual report for the program to cover the period 2022 to 2023. So yesterday we got a call from opposition senator and deputy leader of the UWP, Dominic Fede, reacting to that statement was issued once again by Dr. Ernest Hilaire.
The crux of the matter is this, Tim. Why I was disappointed and why, today the Parliament resembled the market steps. It was just like a meeting on the market steps. It was like Ernest Hilaire carrying on as though he was, a lay supporter of the Labour Party. There was no parliamentary decorum nor class to his presentation. But there wasn't any facts to it either. And there was a huge amount of spin, amount of ambiguity in the statements that he made. So he said to us today that there were 2,800 passports.
2,873 approvals.
Approvals.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Tim, again, the minister using jargons to confuse the people of St. Lucia. What the minister is supposed to tell us, that we met under the Alan Chasney regime a contract which allowed Galaxy to sell as many as 700 files. Are you with me?
Was it over 800? Exactly, wasn't it over 800?
No. 800 in total CIP, because there were other people who made donations.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But just on the Galaxy project, the Alan Chasney regime agreed to 700 files, okay, which represented 60% of the cost of the project.
And when you're talking about files, Mr. Senator, you're talking about the possibility of which, let's say somebody having a wife and the children, family, etc.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. You're bang on. So that represented 60% of the project costs. The project cost was then 350 million. Okay? Now, Galaxy was supposed to have raised another 40% of the project with their own money. So we didn't say, let's sell out totally the passports of the people of St. Lucia, because the United Workers' Party believed that any investor coming to St. Lucia should, first of all, put some skin in the game and should bring some level of money. We don't subscribe to the view, Tim, that a foreigner can come and just use our passports flagrantly to build a hotel and end up with a free hotel on the back of our passports. So we said to Galaxy, this has to represent a partnership, a true partnership between you and the people of St. Lucia. Are you with me so far?
Yes, I am.
Yeah? Now, it baffles me that the minister says today, now remember we were at 700, how come we are now at 2,800 applications? That is 4 times more than the United Workers' Party previously approved. Those details didn't come through in the House today, because the minister, he continues to duck from the very pertinent questions, relevant questions relating to the CIP. And up to now, he has not said whether the government has allocated 6,000 passports or not. But he is only focusing, Tim, on how many files have been approved. Are you with me?
Yes, and he also denied 14,000, having issued 14,000 passports.
No. Tim, here is what he did. Okay, Timothy Poleon comes to St. Lucia from China and wants to develop a hotel. The first thing that will happen, Tim, is that you will sign a contract with the government. Okay? In that contract, it will say Timothy Poleon will build a hotel at X cost. Then the government will say, Timothy Poleon, you can sell these many thousand or 100 files. How many did the government agree to? Don't talk about approvals, because there are applications, Tim, that are still being processed for Galaxy. So the 2,800 that he referenced in the parliament does not represent the total number of files that are in this deal with Galaxy. This is a sweetheart deal of the century. And when the full details of this deal is revealed, the entire government of the St. Lucia Labour Party will have to resign. Because, Tim, the people of St. Lucia will recognize what an egregious and untenable contract that they have signed.
Opposition Senator and the second Deputy Political Leader of the UWP, Mr. Dominic Fede, part of his contribution to this broadcast yesterday. And Dr. Ernest Hilaire has been reacting to the opposition and the fact that it has not given credence to his report, which was tabled in the islands or presented in the islands parliament yesterday.
That's a bizarre thing about the opposition. They were calling for the report. Now we deliver in the report. They're saying it's late. Of course it's late. And we acknowledge it's late. And I'll explain why it is late. But I thought they wanted the report. So now we're presenting the report. They're saying, don't believe the report. But you can't ask for something, and then when you get it, you then say, before you've even heard it, what is going to be said, that, they're not accepting.
So they're from Dr. Ernest Hilaire speaking ahead of his presentation yesterday. And somebody also wrote on Facebook, okay, so if Galaxy never approved 14,000 passports or collected $1.2 billion, and instead for the period August 1st, 2021 to August 30th, 2024, they have only granted 2,870 applications, for which 1,970 approved, 69% of it being for real estate, whereas all this hullabaloo, seemingly exaggerated information from Martinez and echoed and ran with the leader by the leader of the opposition come from or was for, if they know it could be refuted? And why did the government allow this exaggerated information to go on for so long? I must say, this noise has caused me serious concerns and sleepless nights, and all the while I tried to remain on top of all the information and interviews related, rightfully so, hoping to confirm that it was all twisted and false for the sake of country. So, was this a scare tactic? WTH, I think that's what the hell. When or where can we see, continuing to read there, where can we see or find the audited reports? Mein last exhort tut. 452-2979, 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages at 716-2026. Let me see if we have a call right now. On the landline, we'll attempt to see if we have that call, and then we'll go to it. We'll see if we have some WhatsApp messages to share with you. Okay, we might as well check out the WhatsApp messages to see if we can go through a few of them. And somebody has written there on WhatsApp. Okay, let's see. We'll try another WhatsApp message. Okay, somebody says, hi, Tim. Why can't the OKEU hospital be exempt of VAT and health and security levy as well? My understanding is the hospital pays hundreds of thousands in VAT and health and security levy. Why can't the OKEU hospital be exempted of VAT and the health and security levy as well? That's according to an individual. And let's see if we have another WhatsApp message to go through. Somebody says, Castries Health Center was moved to the Leclerc Health Center for 6 months, and it will soon be a year. Let's try a call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air.
Hello, good day, Tim.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon to you.
How are you doing, Tim?
I'm okay. How about you?
Tim, I'm calling Tim because there's something that really concerns me, Tim. And throughout all the time I've been listening to that program, I've never had anybody call concerning that matter. And my concern is about the farmers, Tim. We farmers also in Russia, Tim, we're not getting any support from that government, Tim. No kind of support whatsoever.
I'm listening to you.
Tim, Musa Moses, your party's team. I'm from Beaufort North, calling from Beaufort North, Tim.
Right.
As a young farmer, Tim. From the time I've been farming, Tim, things has been very difficult. Going to the government, to the minister, no form of support. The only support we get in is probably once for the year we get a few bags of salt fertilizer that's not even strong enough. You know, like some reject, I would say. I don't do song so, but like bad fertilizer. You know? Yeah. Now, as a young farmer, if I had to make my view, my point of view, as to farming, to another young farmer, somebody looking to come to the industry, team, I would tell them, no, it's not profitable. No profit. You go into the supermarket, price is dropping. You go into the chemical store for your chemical, your fertilizer, the price is increasing. You're going to buy the same goods you're selling for the supermarket, the price is increasing, but the buying price reducing. Why is that, Tim? Nah, man, Tim. Hurt me bad, man. as a young farmer, that discouraged me, man. The government, you need to do something about that, man.
And where you say you're calling from, caller?
Beaufort North, sir.
All right, okay.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much for your contribution, sir. Much appreciated. 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. Once again, 716-2026. Let me see if I have another WhatsApp message to go through. And somebody says via WhatsApp, can you kindly send happy birthday to our matriarch, Eldika Nicholas of Labon, who turned 110 years old today. Wishing her God's blessings, good health, and 110 more years to come. So you're looking forward to her celebrating 220 years. Okay, so once again, happy birthday to a lady who is celebrating 110 years today, Eldika Nicholas of Labon. Coming from everyone in the community, I guess the NewsSpin family, as well as your own family and friends. Do you have a call in line? Good afternoon, NewsSpin, you're on the air.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon to you, caller.
Yes, I just heard
Can you speak up, sir?
Yes, I said I just heard a young farmer complaining that there is nothing in place for the farmers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is very inaccurate.
Well, the person is calling from VA4 North, and they said that. What is there for them? What is there for the farmers?
Right now, they have the farm assistant program where farmers are actually getting persons to come and work on the farm, and they are not paying a cent for it.
Okay.
Just last week, farmers got many bags of lime, and they did not pay a cent for it. So as to say that nothing is in place for the farmer is really, really inaccurate.
All right, so hope that farmer will be able to call back to see whether he is receiving such assistance, the assistance that you made reference to.
The assistance is available. All he has to do is to liaise with his extension officer.
Okay, caller.
And the extension officer will have a fairly good knowledge as to what obtains on the ground, and will give the help in accordance.
In accordance? What do you mean by in accordance?
When I say in accordance, if you need 2 workers, they're not going to send you 5 workers. They're going to give you 2 workers, and you have nothing to pay for these 2 workers.
Are you part of that program, sir?
I know about it very well.
You know about it?
Well.
Oh, okay.
And if you have an acre of land, you cannot expect to get 10 bags of lime. They give it per acre.
All right, caller.
Okay. So tell the farmer, give the right information, because the information is readily available and people know about it.
All right. Thank you so much for calling, sir. And let me turn my attention to Amanda and what's happening in the chat room.
In the chat room, someone says, Labour Party worried about the people who turned out yesterday. It is not about the numbers. It is about the cause they stood up for. Another comment, that's some of the tricks that Labour used to protect the victory. Why are they giving out monies just like that and then put a 2.5% levy weight on our heads? Another comment, what has National Trust done and achieved during the last 3 years? How much money did National Trust make last year? What projects are they working on presently? Who is paying their salaries and more? Another comment, imagine the country is in such a mess and those men are laughing in the parliament. Another comment, the problems we're facing is we do not stick to the progressive and working for the good of the nation for long enough. We progressed under Sir John because of long-time governance. In the comments, someone says, I hope the UWP is learning how to protect the victory. National Trust is all Labour Party hacks. Why would they speak on any matter of concern to the St. Lucian public? Lucians, watch your bread. Someone says, because from the inception of the trust, it was never to be involved in politics. Their main agenda was and still has to be the preservation of our history and landmarks, which is needed. We need the trust, but there has to be some core changes.
What's happening? Somebody says, maybe the assistance is for SLP supporters only. Any more in the chat room?
Yes. If we don't already have such a law, there needs to be a Freedom of Information Act.
Yes, we don't have a Freedom of Information Act. Continue.
Someone says, Timothy, call Rick Wayne for me, please. I need someone to untangle this mess for me, please. Another comment, the reality is the UWP is running scared because they know that the CIP money will bring lots of development in housing and infrastructure, which will cement the victory of the Labour Party at the next general elections. And that's it for now, Tim.
Okay, thank you so much, Amanda, for that update. We'll have another update from you during the course of the program. This is the most monitored talk show in the world. It's called NewsSpin. Still to come, preoccupation with size.
There is only one option when they arrive. Our services will make the dead look alive. With Bouteille and Beaufort accessibility. Remember, we have the only private cemetery. No one can match our prices from coffins to corsage. Personalized service you get when Lazarus take charge. Quality service, no package to make your wallet bleed. Lazarus is your true friend in your time of need.
Lucilex remote options are available to serve you every weekday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call or send a WhatsApp message to 285-6796, 285-7859, 285-3593, 285-3329, or 285-8640. Or send an email to customersupport@lucilec.com for assistance. Lucilec encourages you to use the available options for doing business with us remotely.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
Here's a fun fact. In just 29 seconds, you can say goodbye to paper bills forever. Seriously, in 29 seconds. That's less time than this ad. Head over to discoverflow.co or visit us in-store and update your contact information now. By October 1st, your bills will be digital, easy to access, secure, and hassle-free. So what are you waiting for? This ad still has 2 seconds left, and you could have already gone paperless.
St. Lucia, get ready for the ultimate flavor explosion at KFC. Introducing the new bacon milk sandwich. That's right, the crispy, juicy KFC chicken you love, topped with melted cheese, crispy bacon, and your choice of mayo or barbecue sauce, all nestled in a soft sesame seed bun.
Your taste buds ready, come and try. KFC's new bacon milk sandwich is great, no lie. Crispy chicken, bacon, cheese flavor certified with mayo or barbecue. Anyone you must try. For just $25, get this combo deal. Fries and a drink, it's a steal. Head to KFC, cause you don't wanna miss a bacon melt sandwich, have it on your list.
Available at all KFC locations island-wide. WhatsApp 484-0400 or visit kfcslu.com for delivery and more.
The Sufre Regional Development Foundation and Black Hat Promotions invites you to the biggest celebration for Creole Heritage Month this Journée Creole weekend. On Friday, October 25th, the Sufre Mini Stadium comes alive for the start of the 2024 Black Hat football season. Black Hat Creole. Opening night, 7 p.m. Rally your crew and join the action. Then on Sunday, October 27th, the defending champions, the home team Sufre, begins their title defense in the search for glory. Journée Creole Sunday. We feature in live from Dominica, the Caribbean's hottest sensation, Quan and Little Boy. Black Hat Creole Sunday, October 27th. The Sufre Mini Stadium is the place to be. Admission only $20. Come enjoy amazing Creole foods, exciting football action, and bouillon in the Souf. This Journée Creole weekend, Sufre, we're coming.
By popular demand, the promotion continues for one more week. The banks and finance houses will be on site at Beachcomber for just one more week to continue offering great loan deals on our already specially priced vehicles. The banks will be on site to assist you in purchasing your choice of vehicle for one more week from Monday, October 21st to Friday, October 25th. These special prices are only on vehicles in stock. Note, there is only a limited number of vehicles at these special prices, so do not delay visiting Beachcomber. Beachcomber, excellence in motion.
Ouais, monsieur, aujourd'hui, moi la KSP plein bomb glow. Si t'en la pani pressure. Moi ni tank, moi ni glow, me money pressure. Ou savez ça moi besoin? A pump. Ça c'est bêtise. Moi ka aller ko Europa. Yo ni toute pump pour toute condition. Qui pour kay, qui pour business. Yo ni primaire pour pump cette ici. Yo ka ranger pump aussi qui besoin service. Run pump yo c'est Léo. Pump ça c'est Major. Ils bon tout bonnement. Tant si ten mois actuellement. Glow ka fante. Europa ni pump glow Léo under pour les 9, orange et gris. Visitez Europa ambassade Gozile. Les mots au téléphone 452 0763.
The government of St. Lucia, through the Ministry of Health, Wellness, and Elderly Affairs, continues to provide more for pregnant women in St. Lucia. Through maternal and child health services under universal health coverage, pregnant women will receive laboratory and ultrasound services through community wellness centers island-wide at no cost. From care during and after pregnancy, vaccinations, family planning to nutritional and mental health counseling, we are here to support you. Take advantage of our weekly services at no cost. And from 1st June 2023, the addition of laboratory and ultrasound services will ease the pressure to aid healthier and safer delivery for you and your baby. Visit your nearest wellness center to register for universal health coverage. For more information, call 468-5300 or 468-5328.
Why travel abroad for an MRI scan when you can access world-class medical technology right here in St. Lucia? At La Clinique de Cours Diagnostic Center of Excellence, we bring cutting-edge technology to your doorstep with our state-of-the-art GE-accredited 1.5 Tesla MRI machine. Our advanced imaging services let you see the unseen, providing crystal-clear scans that deliver unmatched accuracy for a comprehensive look at your health. Save time, save money, prioritize your health. No more costly trips overseas. Get the highest quality MRI scans locally and take control of your health with the option of a second opinion. You deserve that peace of mind. Our skilled specialists are here to guide you every step of the way, whether it's nerve disorders, chronic headaches, spinal injury, or stroke recovery. We offer expert consultation and personalized care all under one roof. And don't miss out on our special discounts. Ask about our reduced rates on MRIs, ultrasounds, and consultations at our convenient locations in Castries and Cocoville, Rodney Bay. Book your appointment today. Call La Clinique de Cours at 451-6559 and experience imaging excellence without leaving the island. Your health deserves the best. Let us help you see it.
To have a strong structure, you must have a strong foundation. And at Caribbean Pastors Limited, we offer top quality aggregate materials at great prices. We supply high quality ready-mix, cast in sand and plaster in sand. We also take special requests for specific materials that you may require for your building projects. Caribbean Pastors Limited is located in Bexon behind Essential Hardware. Give us a call at 489-0074. We're open from Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Caribbean Pastors Limited. Quality construction, our priority.
Need more days of savings? M&C Home Depot and Sunbelt Super Saturday of Savings has just been extended to Sunday. Take advantage of amazing deals. This weekend, M&C Home Depot and Sunbelt are offering you amazing discounts on selected items. M&C Home Depot and Sunbelt Super Saturday of Savings has been extended to Sunday. Don't miss out on the incredible discounts and deals. See in-store, Facebook, or www.mndchomedepot.com for more details. Terms and conditions may apply. Better value for better home.
We want chances! We want chances! We want answers! We want
Supporters of the United Workers' Party protesting outside the island's parliament yesterday, first chanting, "We want answers," and then Labour must go. The Prime Minister of St. Lucia seems very much unperturbed because of the number of people who turned out for that protest action. I think from what you would have seen on television, maybe you drove where the protest action was taking place yesterday, less than 100. And so the Prime Minister is taking comfort from that. He was asked a question on his way to the island's parliament yesterday.
The opposition is protesting.
Oh, that's the opposition. Well, I'm in a good place. If that's the opposition, I'm in a good place. I'm in a real good place.
The opposition is protesting.
Oh, that's the opposition. Well, I'm in a good place. If that's the opposition, I'm in a good place. I'm in a real good place.
The MP for Castries Central and Housing Minister Richard Frederick also took note and has made the following observation with regard to the size, the number of protesters who turned out yesterday.
I don't like telling people what I see. I prefer them witnessing for themselves. This is the big crowd. This is the huge crowd that the United Workers' Party said that they would mobilize to come outside of Parliament and to make all sorts of noises. They went on every radio station, they went on every TV station, they mobilized their people. But I could tell you that this morning, I counted the people in yellow, including those with the caps, which is some sort of indication that they are supportive to the United Workers' Party. And there are no more than 17 people in yellow.
It would be a great folly on the part of the government if it were to be comforted by the number of people who turned out yesterday outside the island's parliament. And as we've been hearing, in particular, the Prime Minister of this country and political leader of the SLP is no fool. And he cannot conclude that this is representative of the population of this country who are dissatisfied with how the government is managing the affairs of St. Lucia in general, and in particular, managing the citizenship by investment program. In addition to that, what is the preoccupation of politicians, whether it's from the side of the SLP or the UWP, with size, big, small? Oh boy, we had a massive set of people coming out, participating in our walk of progress. We had an insignificant number of people turning out at that protest action yesterday. Are you going to fool yourself into believing that will determine, or that determines the level of support for you, or the lack of support for you? Don't let those politicians fool you. They know better. And they know for a fact that St. Lucians speak very loudly in the ballot box. They shock politicians. They have done it time after time, and they no doubt will continue to do it. That's where the St. Lucian public, would normally exhibit their faith in politicians, their trust in a political party, their distrust of a political party. 16-1, 15-2 in favor of the St. Lucia Labour Party in 1997 and 2021 respectively. And then when the SLP thought it would have won the 2006 general election, it lost 11-7. And then 2011, the SLP returned 11-7. So the St. Lucian public, don't take the St. Lucian public for granted. And remember, this one woman protest action, one female protested outside where? The Water and Sewage Company a few years ago, maybe a little over a decade ago, because she just was frustrated. She had enough of Wasco not supplying her with potable water. One individual. You will decry her. You will take her efforts for granted. You will minimize it. I mean, history is replete with so many examples of one individual effecting change, positive change. And more than that, the Chinese man says, a flood starts with one drop of water. A flood starts with one drop of water. That's all it takes. And then you have a deluge, and then the resultant effect is you have a flood. We'll take one more call at 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. And let me go through a WhatsApp message. It reads, the Ministry of Agriculture's communication network is very poor. Extension officers are hardly seen by the farmers. I can speak personally. We have been waiting for a soil test for months and keep getting excuses from the extension officer. We only get information when we call the office. Our extension officer is missing in action. Somebody says, SLP always waste their victory. And let's see if we have another WhatsApp message. Tim, what the Prime Minister don't understand is that I'm a swing voter, and it's people like me he should be afraid of. I will not protest, but I will vote him out. Another WhatsApp message. Tim, the UWP go on radio and TV to mobilize to protest outside Parliament. I know they did that for the Boulevard meeting. And let's see if we have some more of your WhatsApp messages. Tim, can you look into the little girl who got shot while sleeping and her mom went to the media to look for help? And now the doctor is saying that he or she will not do the surgery again because the mom went to the media. Please investigate. Some more of your messages. Okay. All right. Let's see what's happening in the chat room, and let's hear from Amanda King. What's happening in the chat room, ma'am?
Well, team, I don't really have anything to comment on, but what's going on in the chat room is that despite Pierre's comments in the video you played there, the NewsSpinners are still confident in the UWP. Yes, so that's what's going on in the chat room.
Okay. And somebody also says, Shah said if there is one person, it's good, but these labels are so nasty to spread untruths. It continues. I think I lost it. Yes, these labels are so nasty to spread untruths, they will do it without shame. Let them listen to RF and Pip or PG, Philip J. Pierre. But I think most of you are reasonable, get it. If you are reasonable, you get it. You are aggrieved, you have a problem with something, you as an individual, you decide to turn out, you protest. People should not see it as a success or not, whether you have thousands of people, whether you have 10 people, it does not matter. People are just so preoccupied with size, big and small, in this country. Let's see if we have a final call on the landline at 452-2979. Let's see if we can get a call online. I don't think we have that call, but yeah, we do. Good afternoon to you. NewsSpin, you're on the air.
Hi, Tim, how you doing?
I'm okay, caller. Good afternoon to you.
I'm sorry, good afternoon to you.
Amanda.
Good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, Tim, I just want to, I know I don't have a lot of time and I'm just stealing some chance. Yeah. Tim, everything in this country after we're in so much danger seems to be a laughing matter. I look at my Prime Minister, every word the man can speak about, the man has to be laughing, like if it's a laughing matter. People get killed, the man commenting on that, is laughing. What happened? You're not getting feedback from things we're supposed to know as a people. Prime Minister answered, he's laughing. The comment about crowd by the house there. So, Tim, you said something once, and I've been saying that often. We don't go by crowd. Okay, we have seen crowd deceive people so much. Who thought that the Labour Party would lose that election 16-1 with a type of massive crowd? They saw one or two people, I think, I didn't look at it, there by the house, and people start boasting about that. But if they have to go on crowd, will they say, I saw when UWP had the meeting by the market step, people could not even get place to breathe or to pass and so on. What baffles me more is that, our healthcare is getting worse and worse and worse. And what making it worse yet, even more bad than worse, I'll say, is doctors, nurses resigning. Some people might say I agree with them, but I'll not agree with them. As I said some time ago, by they doing that, the poor people is suffering. The poor people are going to feel it more. Why don't the nurses and doctors stand together with we stand up and demand what we should get for our health care, for our children, for ourselves, and so on. See, what baffles me again is we get $100 million in one day to do things like cricket, which is for 2 weeks. Then we get money to put into carnival, which is 3 or 4 days or a month bacchanal. Then Julian Alfred come. I'm not saying they don't deserve that, St. Lucians and the world. I'm not saying she don't deserve it. But you can't, we get $1 million to give her in 1 second. What get $1 million to put into some medical supply so that the people at least can get something? Then people have been dying. I've been getting calls. I just was there telling God what I am going through. My head is full of calls and this, and as I finished saying that, put on the phone, somebody else called me. Tim, I know I have a lot of time. As I say, I always try to get that program, which I'm not supposed to. But before I go, I want to want solutions. When you all go to the polls, we have been going on caller and friends and so on for too long in this country. Why there is Labour, SL, UWP, whatever. See, one of the first things we have to do when we go to the polls, or somebody go out, in fact, to be a candidate or either party, first thing I'll advise St. Lucians to do, look at the background of that person, what that person was doing before, how that person contribute to the society, to St. Lucia, to the village or town where she or he was residing. You look at all these backgrounds, the integrity of that person, all these things have to come in effect. Instead of we going and vote for people because they have a doctorate, because they are popular in a certain things and so on. And we have been making that mistake. I remember something as we were on that health thing. When the government won, and I'll close with that because I said I know your time is up. I was asking a guy, tell me about the different ministries. Then one of them, they told me, Mr. Jabatis is Ministry of Health. I said, what? He said, yes, Brother Harris, he's the Ministry of Health. I said, but what experience that guy? I don't care if you labor. I have a lot of labor. Close friends I can depend on certain things. I say, man, we are crazy to be minister. Oh, Brother Harris, take it easy. The man will learn. I say, partner, we don't see that man, not me. And
much, Brother Harris, and Harris hoping that you'll continue of the day.
Before we end, someone requested that I read a comment. The lady, I'm suffering, it's hard for true. I went home satisfied yesterday, team. So that comment.
Thank you so much, Amanda King, for your service. Finally, our NewsSpin news of the day. It reads, son of Singapore founder says campaign of persecution forced him to seek asylum in the UK. Son of Singapore founder says campaign of persecution forced him to seek asylum in the United Kingdom. That's the broadcast. Thank you so much for watching and listening to another edition of the world's most monitored talk show, and that is NewsSpin. Join me this evening, 7 o'clock on DBS television for the DBS News Watch opposition, Mr. Alan Chastney. So Dr. Ernest Hilaire, who's in charge of CIP, wouldn't agree to appear on the program. The CEO of the CIP won't agree to come on the broadcast. Who is available to speak about the CIP? The leader of the parliamentary opposition. Therefore, I will be graced with his presence 8:30 on DBS television. Goodbye.